Good morning. Good morning. It is coming up on 9:30 a.m. Sunday, 11:23. All right. Short week coming up. Day and a half out. All right. So we really only get 3.5 days. All right. So there's going to be a again, it's not our first rodeo. All right, so I'm going to go through three groups that I think are starting to look better, and I left tech out of this. I'm going to do something separate for that. We know that there's still a ways to getting back to where they want to be. All right, Palantir, NVIDIA, Microsoft, ones we talk about all the time. Um, but I'm going to go through three groups here that I think that are starting to poke their heads up here, and so I'm going to go through some names here. I'll rip through pretty quick as fast as I can. I know that time is of the essence. So, all right. So here's where I'm going to start. I don't know why I got started on this guy. And we'll take a look at the futures at the end of the day here. All right, so I'm looking at discretionaries. All right, XLY guys, XLY is the ticker. All right, so discretionaries, retail, kind of the same group. All right, so there's a good mix of retail and discretionaries in here. They're all kind of the same. All right, cyclicals. Okay, so XLY finishes the day with a 3-1 inside. All right, the month is not great, and because there's still kind of a little bit of a mixed bag in there. All right, there's some that are doing well, and then there's others that are not. Um, so I'm looking for leadership that's going to pick up the rest of this group and get them moving. Okay, so some names we're going to go through here, and we're going to start off here, and we're basically looking for full time frame continuity to the upside. All right, that's what we're looking for, and/or looking for hammers and shooters that are actionable. You know, ones, hammers, and shooters. All right, so we keep an eye out for those. All right, those are all actionable signals. All right, so here we go on your discretionals. There's a couple of ones in here that are still questionable. All right, and Nike is one of them for sure. Nike finishes 3-1. It just keeps failing. It just keeps failing. All right. I just like Nike. I like the 2-1 on the week, and I like the 3-1 on the day. All right. Um, if we could get that to reverse and get these back up, Nike might get its act back together. It's not horribly too far to get to 64.76 to get this thing to turn green again. All right. So Nike, don't go running after it, but um, it's a favorite for me. Hilton. What can I say? Full time frame continuity to the upside on Hilton. Got a little tired there coming back at the end of the day on Friday, but everything moving nice now. You got the green month here. You got the quarter up inside nice, and you got a nice hammer on the week. All right, so we're looking for hammers that can go into force coming into next week, and right there, that's your weekly right there. All right, this is your 4 hours. So made a nice move here. Had a good day. Had a good day on Friday. All right, Hilton. All right, that's a good one for full time frame continuity. Home Depot is still trying to get out of the mess that it's in. I threw this one in there because it's still having troubles, and it represents the stocks that are not moving. All right, so these guys need to turn it around. All right, so a 2-1-2 on a day going back up and isn't really going to do the job, but it's one you definitely want to keep your eyes open on. And they had their earnings out, and the earnings were pretty good too. All right, so Home Depot still a little stuck, and Lowe's is right there with it. Lowe's is a little better. You got a nice hammer forming out here on the Momo on the month now on Lowe's. All right, coming back up. Had the nice 2-2 day up, the 2-1-2 day up. Still probably going to be a little sketchy with Home Depot. Let's see if Lowe's can pick up Home Depot and start to get the hammer back up. And watch for those hammers start to form in Home Depot, all right, if she starts to do. All right, so Lowe's is a little better. Walmart, I think, is great. Took some profits yesterday. I still think she's pretty good. You got inside month here. Well, you're two on the month because you made the lower low. Can it go up and go to 109.57 and finish the week and get back up there? I would say probably not. But I think Walmart, this day problem here, these things can be fixed pretty easily. All right, we got the good parts going here. Okay, we got the quarter, we got the month, we got the week, and the week is 2 up. All right, it is stuck in the middle, but I think Walmart will get better. Victoria's Secret's moving very nicely here on your retail. 2-2 up on the month now, backed off a little bit here. Beauty of a day on Friday, and it finished with a nice 4-2 up. So you're going to be up inside here somewhere. Look for Victoria's Secrets for upside. All right, you got a nice Momo hammer there on the outside week too. All right, Victoria's Secrets a little bit better there. My Jenny is finally starting to wake back up. I mean, this thing, we know the highs of the year. We got up to that 1373. Can that triangle out and get back out before the end of the year? Damn straight it can. But right now, it's still got troubles. All right, so DraftKings, I threw a couple of these in here. I had to throw a couple losers in here. All right, so still down with this guy. And really what's going to take here is going to have to take, so you got this 3-3. It's going to have to take that 3-3 back up on the weekly, and then you might get some movement here. Going to be tough to get out of this month right now. All right, so that one's a little bit tougher for sure. General Motors is running great. I say right back up to 72.87. 70.50 right now as it's trading here a little bit better. Full time frame continuity to the upside on General Motors. Looks like we could get some more from here right now. All right, General Motors looks good to me. Ford broke down to 1283. I think she's going to go back up to this 1320 area up in here. All right, so but you got this inside month right now, so you're going to have to sit tight with Ford. We look for that 212 on the month. Okay, when we come into next month, I think unless she starts to move out before that, but I wouldn't go really chasing that one. What else here? Boyd Gaming, another one here on your gamers. This one's better. It had a really good day there on Friday. You got the quarter is your biggest problem, and it's outside. And you got a 3-1 inside on the month, so we're looking for a 3-1 turnaround here, possibly coming into the new month, all right? This is one that's not for right now, but after next week, we're going to be getting a new month, all right? So we'll see what happens. We're going to get a new. All right, so we'll see what happens there. Boyd Gaming, Garmin. Garmin, here's another one. I have to throw in some of these mixed bags. All right, Garmin needs to turn around. 2-2 down on the month. This thing is under pressure. It does have a 3-1 day. All right, a 3-1 day can turn things maybe possibly around or start to begin to. I do like the hammer on the weekly that's forming there. All right. Again, no hurry on Garmin. Okay. McDonald's. I made a great call on this McDonald's, man, with that inside week. And here we are right now. All right, we're looking for this 2-1-2 back up. I think McDonald's goes higher here. So we'll see 3-2 upper, 3-2 upper there, and you got that inside month and that inside week, okay? So look for McDonald's to try to bust out of there on your retail, all right, and your discretionaries. TJ Maxx, just a stud, and that's just the way it is. Shooter back down here on the 4-hour. Finishes strong with the week and the month and the quarter. Looking really, really good here on TJ Maxx, all right? If anything, maybe a little bit of exhaustion risk, but I'm not going to get too crazy about that. All right, TJ Maxx looking pretty good on your retail. All right, Burlington Coat Factory, you can't get enough. All right, full time frame continuity to the upside. Burlington Coat Factory, that's a 2-1-2 on the month and moving fairly well. Going for the quarter at 309.42. Outside week looking to take a 3-2 week up. All right, Burlington Coat Factory looking really well. Real. The real, I like the week here with the 2-1. I like the hammer it put up on Friday. Okay, so we'll see if anything can come of that. You got full time frame continuity except for these guys in here, but these guys can be changed pretty quickly. All right, so I'd play off of that week here on Real, see if anything goes there. DraftKings is another one. I again, a couple losers in there, and that Penn National Gaming is still down to under pressure. Starting to get better. No hurries on this thing. All right, it's going to triangle out a few times until it gets right. You know what I mean? So we know, it triangled out right here, right? So made the move, down here, triangled out. Tried to get going, chop up. Didn't really triangle out that much. So I kind of like to see if DraftKings can get it back. All right, so we'll see. That one's still a little sketchy. I think DraftKings can make the high right around Super Bowl. All right, DraftKings. So I think it's going to take. That's how long I think it's going to take for DraftKings to get back up there. All right, Jack in the Box had good earnings. Led to a 2-day up. What can you say about the Jack? Jack's waking up here. Got the month starting to show up over here. So we're looking for that 3-2-2 back up on the month. Again, this is nothing for us right now. This thing's got a full time frame. The only thing is that we got to do is it's going to take a lot to break that quarter. We're going to get up to 1955. So Jack's still got that quarter problem, but quarter's running out of time too, right? It's only going to have a month left here now, so it's dying on the vine as well. All right, Hasbro. I mean, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Here we go, right? Toys, Hasbro, up to the upside. Games, you know them. All right, so Hasbro's been moving really, really nice. Now we look for the 3-2 up on the day tomorrow to get continuation to the upside. Looking really good on Hasbro. Our target is 82.19, trading at $79. That's really not even that much of a move there. Okay. I threw Starbucks in there because it's a discretionary. Still, $85 too rich, man. It's too rich for me right now. Outside on the month here, so you're going to come back inside there and you're going to slow things down. All right, I would be patient with Starbucks. I think McDonald's is a much better bet. Okay, I think that Lululemon. Okay, it's triangled out, and it's triangled out again, and it's since the gap. All right, 80% of gaps get filled, and right now we already got this one. When we went up here, all right, so this was a gap, that's a gap, all right, so we already came back into this gap in here, all right. Now, I just looking at it is that it made it, you see it, the down move to the up move, triangle out, up move, triangle out, up move, triangle out, trying to get better here. All right. One of these days, what did we say? Embrace the chop. All right, because it's gonna show us the way soon. Um, I'm not saying that Lululemon's gonna go crazy here, but what I'm saying is I think that Lululemon, I think it might start to firm up. All right, so this is one just to keep an eye on. It's nothing to go after. I like the way the month is set up down here. You get that 2-1, so you get that 2-1-2, and it's trying to hammer up a little bit. We'll see if we can get a new month in there and see if things turn around for that. Look at the week sitting here down here. Got a hammer again. It's just going to keep chopping, but like I said, keep an eye on it. I think it gets better. I think it gets better before it gets worse. All right, Lululemon. All right, Five Below. Here we go. Got that 3-1 month. Looking for that 3-1-2 back up. Nice day on Friday. Five Below. All right, it was up $5.84. Little selling off at the end of the day, taking some profits. You get the 2 on the week. The setup here is the 3-1 on the month. We look for that one with the actionable and see if we can get that 3-1-2 back up and get Five Below moving again. All right. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Don't forget KC General Store. I got full time frame continuity. Looking for the 2-1-2 month, the continuation to the upside. Had a good day Friday. Retail kind of stuck its head up here on Friday, so we got some decent move here. Full time frame continuity right now, except for this quarter, and that's not going to take much for that to change right now. All right, so KC General Store. Looking a little bit better there. Domino's Pizza, another one here. Down and out in Beverly Hills, but the month is coming back up. Had a decent day there. Can't really say too much about it either way. It's going to have to take that 3-2 up on the week and get things moving on Domino's Pizza. All right, pizza. Marriott just running away here. Full time frame continuity to the upside. All of the airlines are the hotels are all doing good. All right, 2-2 there, 2-2 there. All right, maybe some exhaustion risk, but I'm not going to call that. All right, so look for Marriott with the inside week. With the 3 on the week. All right, so that's got to go into force and take up. All right, to get continuation. All right, and then there's Hilton, same thing for the stay. Full time frame continuity to the upside on Hilton. All right, strong, pretty strong to medium strong. All right, Expedia, EXPE. I didn't really check this one that well. All right, so not fan of the big week right there. We do have pretty much full time except for our week, which is very important. I like the way the 4 hour took up here. All right, so 2-2 up on the 4 hour. See if you can get a continuation out of there. All right, so that is what I'm looking at for retail right now. I think I showed you Walmart, right? So we'll see if retail can pick it up. All right, and discretionaries can pick it up. All right, so we could look at Chipotle Mexican Grill. I think it goes higher here, but it's still got that down thing going on here. All right, it's starting to make a ruckus down here in the weeklies. All right, so we'll look to see if we can get a week to pop this thing back out. We got a gap to fill here, buddy. All right, so you'd have to really get busy to get back up to that gap. 80% of gaps get filled. Remember that, 80%. That's pretty high. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm looking at the industrials, and I see that transports seem to be a little hot going into the busiest travel time of the year, and everybody would think it's airlines, but actually the truckers are starting to move now. All right, CHR Robinson here. It's got a 2-1-1-3 now on the outsider on the week here. It is red, but I have buyers. Nice. I like this 3-1-2. This 3-1-2 up could trigger that and that to go green. Okay? If you got that 3-1-2 up, then you're going to trigger that and you're going to trigger that. Truckers are looking better. All right, IYT transports. IYT is the ETF shares. Okay, doesn't have what we have, what we're looking for here. All right, but transports are trying to pick up this 3-1. Here's another one where it sets up with the 3-1. If it takes that 3-1-2, 72.34. All right, so you're going to need to get somewhere back up in here to actually start to trigger some stuff. All right, so looking for this 3-1-2 better. The truckers are starting to get a little bit. Transports a little bit better. All right, we'll see what's going on there. You got JB Hunt, JBHT, and these things have been down, man. All right, JB Hunt, nice hammer up, nice hammer on the month, on the week. All right, it's starting to hammer up here on your month. All right, starting to look a little better. It's already got quarter up. Nice day up. All right, so 2-1 inside on the 4 hour. See if anything comes of that. All right, so we got to get back up 168. So $2 and change turns everything green again. All right, so JB Hunt, a little bit better there. All right, a little bit better on your JB Hunt. 1 second here. Okay, Ryder. Ryder's got the 3-1 inside on the month. This is looking like one that could be for a setup on the monthly here. 3-1 cooking inside. Had a decent day on Friday. Okay, and a real nice Momo hammer on the week. All right, so these things are going to have to go into force to get things moving. But if it does, I think Ryder starts to get back up. All right, maybe the diamonds needs a push from a different angle, because we've tried every other angle, and we know what happens. Right, the diamonds fall apart. So maybe the transports can have something to say about it. All right, so there's Ryder. We'll go through these kind of quick. U-Haul is still dead. I like the Momo hammer on the weekly. It is red. All right, but it had a day upper on Friday. Finished with so there was buyers. There was buyers definitely here, but you're still really stuck down here on your U-Haul. So again, mixed bags in the groups. All right, so I show you all the good stuff, but I gotta tell you the stuff that's gonna like stall us out. All right, so IYT, we talked about that one. Norfolk Southern, rails looking better here. Full-time frame continuity except for the quarter. Again, and the quarter's running out of time. All right, so we're 2-1 on the month. This could be set up for a nice 2-1-2 month up. We'll see if the transports can start to get better. All right. Watch the 4 hours. It's got a 2-1 inside. There's an actionable. All right. Norfolk Southern looking a little bit better. Federal Express has really snuck up on everybody here. Back up to the trying to go back up to the highs here. All right. So FedEx, it's got the 4-month up, very strong. All right, weeklies have been moving strong. Maybe a little bit of exhaustion risk, but I'm not gonna really get too crazy with that one. I think FedEx, I think it just helps pick up the group. All right, that's what I think FedEx does. CP, Canadian Pacific, another one. You see Norfolk Southern's moving nice, and then you got Canadian Pacific kind of bearing down on you a little bit. So it's that one. And then there's CSX. They've got their troubles down here with the 3-1 inside day. Maybe that can trigger something back up on your transports. American Airlines still stuck inside the month. AAL. So kind of stuck in here right now. Again, a lot of this is going to be looking at saying new month. We'll see if things can turn around. All right, Honeywell, this thing is garbage. It's been staying garbage. But they split the company up into 4 different companies, so it's been trying for them. This 3-1 inside, I kind of like this in here. I think Honeywell starts to get a little bit better here. All right, now the diamonds are going to have to be in our favor. All right, as everything else. Okay, Honeywell, a little bit better. United Airlines gave a really nice move to the upside, and they whacked it at the end of the day. All right, so still in troubles with the airlines, but we'll see on those guys. All right, C.H.R. Robinson. I already talked about that one. Picard's moving really nice. Picard's a truck maker on the move, baby. All right. Picard's got it going on here. Full time frame continuity to the upside, looking for continuation. All right, so 2 on the month here. Next stop on the trough is going to be down here, 107.85. All right, Picard looking much better there. Jabba the Hutt, it's hammering up on the month. I like the way it finished on the week, and had a beauty of a day on Friday. All right. So that was a nice ending for the week for Jabba the Hutt, J.B. Hunt. And then there's Old Dominion Freight Lines. This is another one looking for that new month to come in and see if it can start to take back up. That was a nice day up there. Nice hammer on the week. Okay. I'm going to leave it there with I think transports. All right, that might be where it comes from. All right, and I'm just trying to find out where they're going to come from. Healthcare, man, healthcare's hot. Did I just IDEX? Hold on a second, that's bad. QGEN. All right, QGen. You got full time frame continuity here with the 222 up on the day. Looking for pivot machine gun on day. All right, looking for more. 212 on the week. Looking hungry. Got a nice Momo hammer on the month. QGen is looking pretty good. All right, QGen. We'll look at XLV. XLV is really good here. It did give up a little bit at the end of the day, a little bit more than that. It came back down here a little bit at the end of the day, but very strong. All right, month up, quarter up, no arguing. Look for pullbacks. All right, XLV moving pretty good. TWSC. There's some crap in there too. Twisty's still stuck on the month here. If the month gets right, this thing will go. All right, the quarter is just stuck in the middle. There's not much going. It's going to stay there. All right, and you got the inside week. All right, so look for the 212 up on Twist. Let's see if Twist can get better there. PODD. PODD, full time frame continuity to the upside. You got Shooter that came back down. Now you got a week that's just not good. All right, so stuck in the middle. That's just telling you there's indecision. So this one you see how it comes out. All right, see if it gets better. Healthcare is really good. Probably the best group right now. All right, Baxter's another one here, growing from the bottom of the monthly. I love things that come from the low end of the monthly. All right, 2-2 down here, trying to come back up. All right, quarters are down. Weeks are starting to play reindeer games down there. All right, so we'll see if something could come out of that. GILD has just been a stud. If anything, she's cooling off a little bit, but 3-2 up on the month, 3-2 up on the week. With the inside day, looking for the 3-1-2 reversal to get back going here. All right, you got the quarter up, you got the month up. GILD is strong. All right, and it is moving very, very nicely there. All right, Sarepta kind of looking like Lululemon. How many times are you going to triangle out? She did it again. All right, so this thing was at $180 at some point. I think this is it's gonna again. It's like watch that Lulu, watch the chop. Did take a day up there though, and starting to tinker around here down at the month. Right now, you're sitting on the low of the month, so. Still got quarter and problem here, and these are major problems here. All right, so but Sarepta, that's just one to watch. Johnny John has moved pretty nice now up to 203, 204, a little higher here. It's just been moving beautifully to the upside. All right, look for continuation to the upside. You did see a little some selling pressure come in on Friday. All right, so there's your 2-1 inside. So maybe you get a little bit of a pullback. All right, and that's okay. That's what we're looking for. All right, we're looking for a pullback. As long as our months and our quarters are holding, that is fine. Let them bring them in. All right, so Johnny John, a little bit better there. The bios are hot. How's your profile, Greg? Hitting the bios hard, huh? All right, look at this, Biogen. All right, it sounds like they're gonna start curing stuff again. Pivot machine gun on the month here, boy. All right, up and away. All right, nice move here on Biogen. Biogen moving. All right, so watch the bios. All right, they have Medtronic. Better day on yesterday. Full time frame continuity to the upside, except for the 4 hour. I think Medtronic is going to get back up there. All right, and Merck has been great, and I'm still in Merck. I haven't gotten out of Merck. Merck, they did take some selling. Took me some selling pressure. All right, so if you're coming back in here, I'd be patient with her. I think she can come back maybe into this 95 area. I would say, bottoming out this day. I don't know, but 2-2 up, 2-3 up on month, and 2-1-2 back up on the quarter. All right, so Merck looking really good. You definitely want to be buying Merck on weakness, okay? BRKR, Bruker, 2-2 up on the month, 2-2 up on the week, 2-2 up on the quarter. Full time frame continuity to the upside. Get BRKR. All right, moving nicely. I didn't look at Pfizer, PFE. Pfizer, I can't believe that it got up to back up to $31. That's all I can say. I can't believe it got back up to $31. All right, but there you go. She fell from there, and it's been a struggle for this thing for a long time. I like the 3-1 on the weekend side. All right, Pfizer's been tried to make that. Here's the high of the year was created at the first month of the year in January. All right, so then this trying to triangle back out. And now kind of stabilizing, stuck in the middle there a little bit. All right, Pfizer's not much to talk about. All right, ALON, Alon. Is that right? Oh, ALQN. Maybe that's ALGN. My bad. Align. All right. 2-1 on the month here, guys. Looking for the 2-1-2 back up on the month. Nice hammer on the weekly, and a really nice day on Friday. Align. All right, ALGN. Better there. UTHR. Other. Full time frame to the continuity to the upside. As you can see, healthcare is pretty damn good, guys. We couldn't get the higher high on the daily there, but this thing's moving pretty nice here. All right, you got as long as you got these guys here and they're moving and the buyers are still in there, you're in good shape. All right, other UTHR. Urgin, URGN. All right, Urgin. All right, full time frame the upside. Urgin, get. All right, trying to take out Thursday's highs, 26.28. I don't know if this is real. This thing just popped up. Urgin looking much better there on your Urgin, your ZYME. Full time frame, you got the gap that got created here. Shooter back down on day, so now you got an island inside here. So gonna have to sit tight and see if that. But look at the month, look at the quarter, And look at the week, kind of stuck in the middle. All right, so a little indecision on that one. All right, Marna, trying to get out of the garbage bin, and she's been in the garbage bin. Um, what's to say? Had a decent day inside. Marna, you just gotta have to sit it out for a while and see how that comes back. And then we'll look at a couple of Amgen. Amgen is just it gets stalled out after a nice move. All right, and then all of a sudden you get this. All right, so embrace the chop. I think that the Amgen probably gets better. You got this, you got the month, you got the quarter, and you got this shooter coming back inside on week. So see what Amgen has to say anything about that. ABBV. Here's another one. Kind of. It went exactly the same there as the other one, and we're chopping. But we do have the month green, and we do have the quarter up, and I like the 2-1-2 up on the week. Maybe continuation to the upside. Healthcare is good. I think that industrials, parts of it are good. All right. I think McDonald's is strong. I think these discretionaries are better. I'm going to continue to look for more stocks that fit the category of full time frame continuity. All right. I'm watching the futures are trading actually right now this morning on Sunday. It's a little bit higher here now, 592. I want to go back and just talk about the SPY. The numbers that I've been telling you guys about, the 660, 661. Boy, I tell you, here we are again. All right, I've been talking about this number for a while. Now we did make that lower low. All right, we got all the way back down to 650.96, 650.96, and here we are. Right back up to 660 right now. All right, so 664 inside of here. I just think we're still kind of in this rut until somebody busts out, and you know who that's at. And so there's your Microsoft continuing to be under pressure. All right, Palantir maybe a little bit better. Palantir 3 down. All right, are they gonna sink the whole market? They're definitely gonna put a dent in it. That's for sure. I think Amazon picked it up a little bit on Friday. Amazon had a little bit of a better day, fought back inside, still got the troubles though. Okay. So we'll wait. We're waiting to see how tech is going to shake out. All right, and we look at Oracle. It's just been beaten down, man. Oracle, just they tried to get it going. They puked it again. All right, Oracle under serious pressure to the downside on Oracle. That one is just garbage. All right, AVGO is really good. I think this is one of the stocks that could turn things around and get the AI trade going back up again. All right, and then there's that Nvidia. It's just fought back a little bit on Friday. That's all I can say. You're still stuck inside there. All right, so with the 800-pound gorilla in the room, it's called AI, and right now it's red. We're going to look for other sectors that are moving. So on Friday, we had healthcare, we had communication services. All right, that's XLC, that's your Metas, that's your Netflix. Netflix been coming down. All right, basic materials, look at some of your metals. They're starting to retreat again. I saw gold coming back down a little bit this morning. Real estate, we had a little bit better day, but they don't seem to ever hold up for more than 2 days. And then we talked about the industrials. They were positive on the day. The industrials were up over 1.4%. When you look at XLI, this thing is still trouble, man, on XLI, all right? So still trouble there. But we're looking to see if these some of these transports can start to trigger something else to get some other things moving. All right, and then your financial sector was up 1.37 on Friday, and your consumer defensive stocks, your XLPs, they're flaky too, man. XLP, the only thing that's got the nice 3-week going here. All right, so look for continuation to the upside there. All right, 2-2 up on the day. These things should be better. All right, but you got full time frame except for the quarter here. All right, so we'll see. XLP probably could potentially get better as long as the 800-pound gorilla stays in the room. All right, this is like 40 minutes. Sorry, man, way too long. I gotta go. All right, everybody, enjoy your Sunday. And go Bears. Go Bears. Aaron Rodgers, undefeated at Soldier Field until today. Have a good day. Be good.